My name is Hugo Liu. I'm the chief scientist of an internet recommendation website called Hunch.com. Well, the internet has gotten very overwhelming. If you go to a website, life's too short to be shown a generic page. And I think websites are realizing this and that there's a need to speak to their users as individuals. So I think to do personalization well, you need to have a lot of data about user preferences. Amazon, Netflix, and my company Hunch have invested a lot in big data and technology-driven personalization. Hunch.com is a website that learns about your tastes and gives you recommendations by predicting what you'll like. Hunch's users tell us something about their preferences and their lifestyles, and we make predictions using statistical correlations about people. For example, arugula eaters are more liberal than iceberg lovers. Mac users like to dance, and people who make their beds daily are more likely to be optimists. Well, so Facebook has built the definitive friend graph of the internet. It's very good, it's very complete. And what Hunch is trying to do is we're trying to actively build a taste graph of the internet. Something like a friend graph, but not exactly the same. So we want to map out every person, place, and thing on the internet, and you should be able to use a taste graph to predict whether person X would like product Y. And our taste graph today has about 200 billion edges in it, and it's still growing. And I think that, using something like a taste graph, we can begin to approach the holy grail of personalization, which is you go on the internet and you go to a website and everything you see and encounter is recognizable to you, relevant to you, and in many ways delightful. Well, I think we have to recognize and concede that personalization is a really hard problem. We've been at it for about 20 years, and you need almost an impossible combination of great data, great technology, and great design. So I was really excited when Facebook announced their instant personalization product last year, and it's been almost a year since then. And I think people are realizing that just seeing your friends on random website X doesn't necessarily make your experience more personal or enhance users' experience. In fact, I think it points out that there are lots of things we have to be careful of when we're doing personalization right, which is that personalization is built on top of a lot of user data, and some of that data can be quite sensitive. So I think it's incredibly important to meet users' privacy expectations for how their data is used. That means doing things like making clear to users what data is public and what is private, having systems that are opt-in, not opt-out. Well, you don't want to show up in the news as violating your users' privacy with some creepy personalization system, so you need to come to the panel to know how to do personalization right.